Before I play this, this might be a first for some of you. I'm not sure. Oops. Huh? Where's that title? There it is. That's good enough. How many of you, this is your first time with us, with the Couch Crew, doing an album breakdown? Any first timers? Got a few of you. Welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying it so far. We get pretty in the weeds here. Art is a very subjective thing, and me personally, especially with BTS stuff specifically, I think they have proven time and time again that their art is really worth deconstructing. Next up, we've got Lost. We have watched this video, so this is not a first-time reaction, but now we watch it with the video. We're going to check out the lyrics too, and we're going to now take that and then put it together with the context of the rest of the album to see where we think it fits.
Good evening. 좋은 저녁이에요.
Presenting his new solo single.
Lost.
저는 이 노래를 너무 좋아요.
그는 오늘 밤 우리 위해 공연해요. Performing for us tonight.
Give it up for RM.
Goddamn lost. I've never been to a club before I hit the club. I never felt so free before your goddamn girls. I never felt so fine before I hit the club. Hold up.
I want to pause this real quick. When we watched this video, a lot of you were saying that you think these are different versions of him. That they're all him. But I want to extend this to you. What if this is a commentary on everyone trying to be like him? Everyone trying to copy him? Think about that.
Hold up, damn, now thank you, don't worry. 정신 보니 어느새 나타온 걸 시간은 순살 14살 get 벌써 30 And I look up in the sky to see.
Because you notice, everywhere he goes, they're right there. Now, we get the different Junies throughout, but just think about it.
Cloud, you hurry. Dump it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Dump it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Dump it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Dump it underground, pick it up. Now let's go dump. Dump it underground shit. Dump it underground shit. 난 자꾸 넘어져 피가 흐르는 중. I get lost in the ground, but I'm bagging at you. Goddamn lost. Goddamn lost. I've never been to a club before I hit the club. night I always feel lifeless. And in the morning I feel love, I hug it in excitement. Every morning, every night I always feel excitement. When I feel lonely as fuck, I still lifeless. I never loving alone, kinda lightless. I'm goddamn lost. I never been to club before I hit the club. I never felt so free before your goddamn girls.
Wait a second.
Before your goddamn girls.
Junie is not the different one. Here's Junie. Okay.
I never felt so free before. I got temptation. I got temptation. I got temptation. I got temptation. I got temptation.
This is, in my opinion, this is the moment where he realizes he's stuck. There's no way out. He thought he was getting out. He thought he was free. He turned and looked, and then that's when the realization comes
I got
that there's no way out. Look at that face.
That was.
Incredible.
Lost is out everywhere.
Give it up for RM.
I wonder if the hang of this shot, remember we talked about this shot hanging for a long time, and that symbolizes something. I wonder if the reason they hang here and they let this resolution happen where the lights turn off, it closes, and then the song continues, makes me believe that the importance of this is to show you that it's going to loop again. These four will be used again because this cycle will go perpetually over and over and over again.
I got temptation. I got temptation. I got temptation. I got temptation. I got them.
Now, we did get a bunch of visual cues to up. Not, actually, there is a balloon here, but I mean the direction of up, because the exits, when they were highlighted, the exit was up. We saw a post-it note in one of the transitions that was up. When we get to the point, like that's, okay, they're telling you this is how you get out, it's to go up. Now, somebody said, I think it was Paula. Paula said maybe the exit is, the only way out is through the stage. I think you're right. But then once he gets up and he gets back to the stage, it then just repeats the process, right? So I think what I didn't see before, first of all, I didn't realize this maze sticker was here before. That's interesting. I didn't get the loop before. I didn't understand or come to this conclusion of there's no way out. This will go on forever. There's the realization that he has, it's never going to stop. These look like trophies down here. Remember we talked about books? There's like boxes. Oh, I don't think it's books at all. Why didn't I see that before? These are boxes. There might be a couple magazines, but I think these are boxes. These are trophies. And then here's the luggage that we talked about. And this is not an abacus, but maybe like a kid's toy. But there is baggage. There's luggage from travels. Did you see my bag? Here's my trophies. Boxes. I mean, that's a stretch, but I didn't notice some of that stuff before. I do believe there's the hamster wheel. Talked about the rat race. We talked about this being similar to a two-dimensional platformer, a video game where it's outsider looking in and it's like a game. Okay, it's two-dimensional. There's only one direction to go.
Damn laws. Goddamn laws. Never been a club before I hit the club.
You see what I mean? So it kind of goes along those lines. And it being like a game, and it's not really a game, but it feels like that. Like I feel like there's a bunch of tie-ins here.
Never felt so free before your goddamn goals. Never.
There's the post-it note with the up arrow. And I think what part of this is saying, if I had to guess, the context of this tied in with the rest of the album, this feels like the why for some of the earlier tracks. We had the first 4 or 5 tracks being this really solid anger, dissonance, conflict, fed up. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of that. I'm putting it all out there. This feels like the why. And if I had to guess the why, it's one within this stage of media with the interviews and the shows and some of the people that they might work with. A lot of times you're going to experience this level of inauthenticity where you might have a good conversation with somebody for an interview or whatever, but you can't always trust that. You know, are they just doing it because you're a legend, you're a superstar? Do they really think that joke is funny? You have no idea. You can't necessarily trust that interaction. That has got to be so friggin' frustrating and exhausting. And you take somebody like Junie, and hell, you could really put anybody in this case, but let's just take Junie. This is his song, his album. I would venture to say he's going to second guess and he's going to replay most of his interactions with people and kind of deconstruct that interaction and think, could I have handled that differently? Should I have said something different? If I had said this, what would that have been? Who? And he'll kind of perseverate on that. I think he'll ruminate on a lot of those interactions. So for that to be, for a guy like him to live in this world of potentially so many inauthentic people, or even just the environment being very untrustworthy, I think that's part of the commentary. And I think these actors portray that in their own ways. It feels very forced. The maze is kind of a given, okay? There's...
I get lost. Take for the long lights. I get lost. Take for the long lights.
There's a facade here. There's a facade to this. And I think this is a stretch. The fact that Junie is here with these 4, and I'll go back to Persona with this tie-in, but listen to the effect that's being used on his voice. It's obviously not him. It's an effect. Well, it's an effect on his voice.
Take for the long lights. I get lost.
Right? It's a facade. It's not really him. And you don't quite know which one is him. Maybe sometimes he feels like, I don't know which one is me. Am I the Junie that's hanging out with Jimin and we're having food or pizza? I'm eating pizza with a side bite, for crying out loud. Or am I the Junie that's in this interview with Pharrell? Like, I don't know. And persona is the great accumulation of that. I don't know if any of you not follow like on Instagram, but if you're familiar with Jim Carrey, I know you're familiar with him probably in some of his work, but over the last several years, Jim Carrey has gone through some interesting changes within himself, within his own persona, where he feels extremely detached from himself. He views Jim Carrey as the character that he as an entity is playing. Okay? So you take Jim Carrey as Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. Obviously, it's Jim Carrey playing Lloyd, the goofball in the tuxedo with whatever. That's a character. And then you take him on Man on the Moon, where he played Andy Kaufman. And Andy Kaufman played Tony, can't remember his last name. But you've got Jim Carrey playing Andy Kaufman, playing Tony, right? It's extremely deep. And after this movie, because Jim kind of had to go into a method, like he had to use method acting to do this. He had to become Andy Kaufman to do the movie. Oh, yeah, and all the characters that he played as a comedian. Latka, that's right. It's very deep. The point being, after this movie was made, Jim Carrey had like this complete break of personality where he realized, okay, the movie's done. I'm not Andy Kaufman anymore. And I'm not Andy Kaufman because I just decide I'm not Andy Kaufman anymore. Well, then why am I Jim Carrey? Do I just decide that I'm Jim Carrey today? That's a persona. That's a personality, right? And he kind of broke from that because he didn't understand what the connection was to him as a person being what makes Jim Carrey. That type of sever in a person is really, really fascinating. And I think Junie is kind of floating around that space of what it means to be a person, what it means to be a human, what it means to be all of the potential roles that he is being over the last X number of years, right? Hence Lost. He doesn't quite know who he is, what's real, what's not. I think this song tells us potentially why he is so pissed off and why he's so confused and why he's so frustrated. I think this gives us some answers. The maze and the rat race. Okay, let's hit the lyrics. Actually, I think we did this. I'm going to do it again. And I know it's in English, but I like to do it all together. Love. How you get in love? How you get love? Take it for the love. Like, how'd you get lost? Take it from the love like us. How'd you get lost? Take full of love like us. It was you. I'm goddamn lost. I never been to club before. I hit the club. I never felt so free before. Once again, we get this reference to free. Your goddamn ghost. I never felt so fine before. I hit the cloud. Is that like he smoked? Hold up. Damn, now thank you. Don't worry. I jump into it. Suddenly, I'm in an empty street. Time flies like an arrow. 14, now they're 30. And I look up in the sky. I see the silver cloud. Yo, hurry. Dump it on the ground. Pick it up. Throw it in the trunk. Let's go dumb. I keep tripping. I can't stop bleeding. I get lost in the ground, but I'm not begging at you. I'm goddamn lost. I never felt so fine before. I hit the cloud. I got temptation. Every morning, every night, I always feeling lifeless. And in the morning, I feel love. I hug it in excitement. Every morning, every night, always feeling sickness. And when I feel lonely as fuck, I still got lifeless. I'll never love when I'm low. It's gonna be lightless. I'm lost. I never felt so free before. I never felt so fine before. I got temptation. I got them. So once again, for those of you that weren't here when we first reacted to this, this was the section that jumped out at me. I jump into it. Suddenly, I'm in an empty street. Time flies like an arrow. 14, now they're 30. And I look up in the sky. I see silver cloud. Yo, hurry. This is the part that stands out. On top of the references to free and fine, where once again, there's like this, I'm away from all the bullshit. It's like he gets these snapshots, these moments of feeling free. Instead of living a free life, he just gets these little pockets of freedom. I don't know. And yeah, I do have to say, I wasn't sure the 14 to 30. I was thinking age too, right? His time in the industry, as JoJo says. Yeah. So at this point, album name, Right Place, Wrong Person. Track 1, Right People, Wrong Place. We got a lot of dissonance. We got some complexity and potentially a resolve in the end of that song. 2, Nuts. Not two nuts. Song 2, Nuts. More dissonance, and it ends with dissonance. There's a lot of chaos in there. Track 3, Out of Love. Damn! That was Junie really getting it out there. That was the moment where I said, this dude's a legend, and he just proved it, because he can do this. 4, Domodachi. Trilingual song, Thank You Friend. A lot of madness, almost kind of out of control. That was the one with Little Sims? We got a whole bunch of madness. That jazz fusion catastrophe in the beginning and the end, and then Little Sims right there in that one pocket. That was just damn badass. And then 5 is a question mark. That's the interlude where we get the second reference of karma lyrically. That's the shift of the album. When we get into Groin, we start to make some more sense of the emotions. We get some structure. He's starting to find his way. Track 7, we have Heaven. 7, Heaven, not a coincidence. Continued structure, and there's a bit of peace that's there. 8 is the massive influx of chaos that we talked about. I think this is the why that explains the first half of the album. The madness, the chaos, the frustration, the anger. It's all about, I think, the maze, the rat race, the inauthenticity of the industry, and how the persona navigates that. Now we're on track 9, which is Around the World in a Day, featuring Moses Sumney. I missed like 2 seconds. Nope.
Look around, say I love them all your life. Only time will sort it out.
If it's right, if it's wrong, then I'll tell you.
Only time will sort it out.
Is it right, is it wrong? I can tell you that I've outgrown.
Look around, say I love them all your lives. Only time will sort it out. Only time will sort it out.
Let's start the parade. If it's bad to decide, only time will sort it out. Pum, 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 pum. Let's run the night. If it's is their design. When the time was sorted out. Let's end masquerade. If it's by design, only time will sort it out. What's wrong is right. Yeah, it's our design, and we'll be watching. I see you laughing all around the town. I see you laughing all around and round. I see you laughing all around the town. I see you laughing all around.
Look around, jump around like I live that road. Motherfuckers in the crowd, let my whip that through. And that's around, let it tell you. I be acting like they hear you. I'm around in the club and I be stepping on like screw you. I just miss that. Sometimes I lose that shit, yeah. You hit me back a lot of times, I never did that. I can barely sleep, I got your ghost in my closet. If you want my blood, that's some tears, give me the loot. This a loose shit. I'm gonna roll, you roll them up every time. I'm gonna ride till the end of love ain't better. I never mind cause I wanna do dance better. I'm sick and tired of the digital trend settings. No, I ain't cool, but I'm in the mood. All the fucking numb and everything is rude in the mood. I'm a bird loud, everything's getting rather loose. And I'm both cloud, and I'm down with you, let it loose. 내가 또 잠에 든다면 나를 좀 때려줘. 속이 좀 안 좋아, 그래 그냥 좀 내려줘. 길을 잃고 난 뒤 경치가 더 beautiful. 내 꼴 마치고 발견되길 소원하는 분실물. 길을 잃은 우리들, we look so pitiful. 이제 약간 미소 띠며 지켜들어 충지로. Yeah, the past, the present, and my past. They give it to you, 난 고장난 내가 좋아, bitch, that's that shit.
Then I tell you, now it's wrong. Is it right, is it wrong? I can tell you that I've outgrown. Look around, say I love them all your life. Only time will sort it out. Only time will sort it out.
Damn. Wow. That was something. Damn, that was something. Oh. I think they're saying time will sort it out. I think. Before I dig into the lyrics, first of all, let me fix my microphone real quick because it's just a little bit of latency and it's starting to sound like an echo and I can't handle that shit. Hang tight. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's so much better. Before I get into the lyrics, this is what I think about this song. Musically. This feels like music for the sake of music. This feels like one creative sitting with another creative and saying, yo, let's do this. Let's just music. And I think in that space, there's a commentary that talks about human connection. And we've talked about this, that this channel is about music. It's about coming together for the sake of music and how music, even if we don't understand the language, can bring people together. There's a harmony to it. Now, there's harmonies throughout the song, and we even start to get more of like a choral performance at the end, which I think ties in the human connection piece. And how music can be that language that brings everybody together. And when you put aside all of the effing nonsense that is the noise of the industry or the industries involved, at the core of it is music. And at the core of that music is human connection. Let's see what he says lyrically. Okay. Around the world in a day. Look around. Say I love them, all your lies. Only time will sort it out. If it's wrong, if it's right, if it's wrong, then I'll tell you. Only time will sort it out. Oh, now what's wrong? Is it right? Is it wrong? I can tell you that I've outgrown. Look around. Tell you it's true. Let's start the parade. If it's by design, only time will sort it out. Let's run the night. If it's their design, only time will sort it out. Let's end masquerade. If it's by design, only time will sort it out. What's wrong is right, yet it's our design and we'll be marching. Like an army. I see lovin' all around the town. All around the town. I see lovin' all around. Look around, jump around like I live that raw. Motherfuckers in the crowd, lick mine with that straw. Ooh, maybe he does Purfest. And this, I write a letter to you. I be acting like, who you? New phone, who dis? I'm around in the club and I be stomping on like, screw you. I just miss that. Sometimes all those are chit chat. You hit me back a lot of times. I never did that. I can't barely sleep. I got your ghost in my closet. If you want my bad and some tears, give you the loot. It's loop shit. What? I'm going to roll you, roll them up every time. I'm going to ride till the hate and love ain't matter. I ain't never mind because I want to do is dance better. I'm sick and tired of you digital trendsetters. Yo, I knew that shit was coming back. You can't see it right there. Look at that. Fuck the trendsetter. That should be the tagline of this whole album. I'm sick and tired of you digital trendsetters. No, I ain't cool, but I'm in a move. All in fucking numb, and everything is rude in a mood. I'm a burp loud. Everything's getting rather loose. And above cloud, and I'm down with you. Let it loose. If I fall asleep again, hit me. I don't feel good. Drop me off. After losing your path, the scenery is more beautiful. Ooh. After losing your path, the scenery is more beautiful. It's like a lost piece I hope will be found. We lost the path. We ain't looked so pitiful. Now you raise your middle finger with that smile on your face. Yeah, all the past, the present, I'm going to pass and give it to you. I like my broken self, bitch. That's that shit. Oh, I love that. I like my broken self. Say I love them. All your lies, only time will sort it out. I can tell you that I've outgrown. Look around. Say I love them. All your lies, only time will sort it out. Only time will sort it out. Tell you it's true. Hey, yeah. Wow. Now, a lot of that is the language of rap, but I get some solid bookmarks in here. Even this little piece, this is Junie saying this. I'm around in the club, and I'm going to assume this is stomping instead of stamping, but I think that's what it is. I'm around in the club and I be stomping. I just missed that. That feels like when he was Rap Monster. He was RM. Wait, what was his name before he was RM? Oh, what was it? I know this. Wasn't Rap Monster. Runch Randa. Yeah. This line feels like that. So once again, we have a tie back to persona. Different personas, different levels and evolutions. Yo, that's a new one. evolutions. Are these slight callbacks to different layers and levels of Junie? Him going through his memories and different personas along the way and trying to figure out which piece of each one was the right one. How do I put these pieces together to form the new and current me? Yeah, 14 to 30. There you go. Let's end this masquerade. Only time will sort it out. Around the world in a day. Wow. Where is Moses? Is Moses just singing, or does he rap it all? He does the chorus and he does the outro. Okay. Man, what a voice on that guy. I love that ending with the choir.
Time will sort it out. Only time will sort it out.
Oof. Damn, that's tasty. Around the world in a day. Time will sort it out.